Hello, morning, afternoon, and welcome to the Barren Breaks. So yeah, the Bundaberg Rum Distillery, and so Barren, yeah, just did a tour of the distillery. Well, it's probably the best. I know it's rated as the best distillery in Australia. You sort of see why. It's probably the oldest. In fact, I was just looking at the history, and yeah, so rum when James Cook on the Endeavour, 1770. There was rum. In fact, there was a lot of rum. In fact, all our drinking was kind of rum, which kind of makes sense, because of the hardship, because of the conditions. It kind of makes sense, I guess, to be drinking alcohol, and rum is kind of, yeah, it's old. Probably whiskey is probably quite old. I don't know. Whiskies could even be older than rum. Um, and yeah, interesting stuff. So obviously the Baron didn't actually drink any alcohol. They were giving two free drinks, but I just had a soda. In fact, had a lemonade. But we got to tour the distillery. So the distillery's, I know it's kind of behind. Yeah, it's kind of behind. Can't really see it from here. There's also a museum, so you can just go in the museum, but it's $20 just to go in the museum. Whereas if you do the tour and the museum, it's $30. So yeah, it's worth actually seeing the distillery and the tour. And the tour guys wanted to wrap. So that was Sandy and Jacoby, and Jacoby is the younger of the two. In fact, it's her first day on doing the tours, and I thought she did a pretty good job. But it was basically Sandy who was pretty much giving the tour. But yeah, that was good. So maybe you do, yeah, maybe you come here, kind of Bundaberg, you do the rum distillery, you do the Bundaberg barrel for the soft drinks, and maybe a beer distillery and maybe a wine distillery, and that would pretty much cover the three, beer, wine, and spirits. I think yes, the Baron has. I'm sure the Baron's done a wine tour, probably I think maybe in Chile or when I was South America, I think. And beer, pretty sure done beer. Certainly been to a beer distillery. As for a tour, probably, but as you can see, yeah. So sitting on these, not bad. The sort of the chair, it's like a barrel. So sitting on like a barrel, and then made it into a chair, and even the table itself. If I can just zoom the camera there, yeah, you can see the chair, and that's kind of a table, if you can sort of see that. And also the famous bear, or the Bundaberg bear, which is sort of advertised, or the drop bear. They talk about that the drop bear. That is the Bundaberg bear for the Bundaberg rum. Incidentally, it's advertised, or was advertised quite extensively. This drop bear. Yeah. So yes, I won't be going to the town of 1770. Can't get there by public transport. I don't know now about Elliot Heads. Don't know if I can really fit it in now. Yes, I could go there tomorrow. I don't know. It's a bit of an effort to get there. They don't have much transport out there either. So I'd have to schedule exactly what time I'm going, exactly what time I'm coming back. There may only be the one bus. So, if you miss that bus, well, you could be stranded there overnight. So you have to sort of schedule these things. I'm thinking now Rockhampton. So I've got to go to Gladstone Monday, I should say, or Monday. Sorry, pardon. On Monday. So going to Gladstone, 3 nights. And then I may actually do a day trip from Gladdy to Rocky, and that's Rockhampton, because I'm not staying at Rockhampton on the Greyhound, but the Greyhound does go through Rockhampton. Rockhampton is a big town, so and there's a few things in Gladstone, but just thinking going to Rockhampton just because it's a big town, and then on to Mackay, and then on to Airlies. Airlies 3 nights, because I had to leave Airlies, couldn't get accommodation over Easter. Well, not in Magnums, which is the resort. So then going on to Townsville and got, I think, an Airbnb over the Easter. So Easter Friday through to Monday. So I'll be in Townsville, I think Airbnb. May not worry about snorkeling the reef. Just the fact I've been snorkeling Townsville, been snorkeling Cairns, been snorkeling with Sundays, and the snorkeling is kind of not so great. This the fact it's so popular. The colour in the coral's gone. It's overpopulated. You're much better off going to Lady Elliot Island, going to Heron Island. Some of these remote airlines that don't have a lot of traffic, and the Baron is not going to Lady Elliot Island on this trip. But maybe that next trip, work that in with Fraser Island, backpackers, glamping on dingo tours. Makes perfect sense. And maybe Rainbow Beach and maybe Harvey Bay. I'll work in another trip. Can't do everything on this one trip. Also went kayaking, surf kayaking Byron Bay, and looking at kayaking on the gorge, the Catherine Gorge, because we've got to go through Catherine, up to Darwin, and then join the tour, Darwin to Broome, Kimberley's adventure tours. Okay, so as you can see, yeah, so wearing the MIT t-shirt. In fact, if your name was Tim, then you could be, you would actually have your name written on your shirt if you were in this particular T, because it spells out MIT. You can see I, the square root of -1, is of course I, the complex number. So that's kind of the giveaway. I guess you've got equals MC squared, so that's kind of a giveaway as well. So basically, I've got Tim written on my T-shirt, or MIT, depending on which way you typically read it. But I guess because I'm facing this camera, it actually is reading MIT. It is actually reading Tim, Tim, as you can see. Whereas if I had the camera, the other way, which is a normal way, then of course it would be MIT. Okay, and that was no pun, by the way. Okay, so anyone for Bundy? And that was the Baron Breaks.